to another video. So GW has just dropped a Valentine's article, all for the Horus Heresy. So let's jump in and check it out. So GW have revealed Angron the Ascended and Loreta, the captain of the Conqueror, his flagship, in a very funny little sort of Valentine's Day sort of article. Now obviously if you watched earlier's Adepticon predictions, I did say that we'd probably see Angron's new miniature next month at the show, so I wasn't expecting to see him today. But yeah, he's got a new miniature which is one step closer to the Siege of Terra. Now we just need Magnus and Mortorian and even Perturabo to finish that out. But yeah, his new miniature is pretty cool. I will be honest, and I know that there's probably going to be many of these debates across the internet today of which one you prefer, this one or the plastic one for 40k. I actually do prefer the plastic one over this one. I like this pose. He's a little bit more imposing, the way he's standing up, the wings out, but I'm already having palpitations at even trying to figure out how you would transport this thing and those wings, unlike the plastic variant. Again, he comes with his two blades. You know, he has a random sword and a big mutated chain axe, which is kind of cool, and he's in his usual big brass armor. I've already seen comments online regarding his face. Yeah, okay, his face is a little bit more different, but you have to kind of remember that this is not that long after he does become a demon, and it's his kind of first real appearance after what happens during the Shadow Crusade with Logar. If you haven't read the book Betrayer by Aaron Densky-Baldwin, you definitely should. It's probably one of the better heresy novels out there. So yeah, he's still got that semblance of his older human face amongst the demon part, but that was obviously going to change over the next 1,000 years to when the plastic version is out. But yeah, he's pretty cool. There is a lot of little nods to the original non-demon version of Angron in regards to his armor and how his armor is, likes of the gut plate and sort of leather tassels at the front, the pauldrons, and the sort of big sort of spiky circle behind him. There is quite a lot, actually. It's actually quite nice to see that they've taken that sort of the original miniature and kind of just beefed it up somewhat. And obviously he has a dead blood angel at his feet, because obviously one of his big first things, if you do read the Siege of Terra novels, is his ultimate fight with Sanguinius, and getting absolutely railed by the artillery, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive model. And we also do have Loreta, which she is the captain of the Conqueror. It's kind of interesting that she has a miniature, being a deck officer, which would be really perfect for Zone Mortalis games. And it kind of makes me wonder what sort of role she's going to have in coming supplements or or campaign books regarding her rules and how she'll fit into a World Eater's army. Obviously, you know, World Eaters are very much a close combat orientated legion, like to be at the front, absolutely annihilating everything, and she's probably not going to be great in combat. So I kind of view her as a bit more of a liability rather than an actual thing that will be good on the front line. So hopefully she'll have some decent rules that will buff troops around her. Now, it does say in the article that they're not getting any rules in a book as yet, but they will be getting a set of digital rules, which is generally how they will do things when there's a book on the horizon. Now, obviously, some of you will jump on and say that's clearly going to be the new edition, but I still firmly believe that we are moving ever closer to the Siege of Terra campaign book series, and I do honestly think that this is what this is going to be for. They even make a lot of mention in this article about Terra and the Imperial Wars itself, so they kind of are slowly, I feel, building that up to the Siege of Terra. For that to work, we do need Mortorian as a miniature, and I do think that we will see Mortorian very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't the Primarch model revealed at Adepticon next month. And then there's obviously going to be Magnus, Perturabo, and Rogel Dawn are your main key Primarchs, apart from Sanguinius, who's a relatively new model. Now, I do think Sanguinius will get a new model at some stage with the sort of updating of the Primarch models, because there was a lot of issues with the Sanguinius model in regards to how he worked with his base. They don't even sell the big Sanguinius anymore with the display base and him, because the way that the hand and everything operated, it wasn't great. Obviously, if we are doing the Siege of Terra, there is a very good chance that we might actually get Jagatai Khan on his jet bike. You know, we've only been wanting it for like the last 10 years. And it would be kind of cool if we do get to see that. I do think when he gets his new miniature, it will be the one of him on his jet bike. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff probably coming from the Heresy. I don't honestly think we are getting a new edition. I think we are going to be moving into the Siege of Terra. And I think it makes sense if they do the Siege of Terra before doing a new edition of the game, because the Siege of Terra, they made a really, really big thing for it in regards to the novels. It was kind of its own little mini-series right outside of the actual Heresy run of novels. So, you know, it kind of makes sense that they're going to do the same sort of thing in the Age of Darkness and really sort of build this up to be something good. But yeah, that's Angron. Looks pretty cool. You can debate away of which one you prefer, plastic or resin. I myself are definitely in the plastic fan base for that one. Although I do really, really like the Fulgrim resin over the Fulgrim plastic. But that will probably change once I get the plastic Fulgrim in my hand, which should be very, very soon. But that's the video. If you like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, share. Make sure you do check out the Adepticon predictions videos. Some pretty good stuff in that. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye for now.